In today's news, we have the following bombshells. Colombian on Rangers' radar on the move with a loan deal agreed. Selection hint that Clement has green-lit Ianis Haji's Rangers return. Exclusive. Rangers' stance on selling Matondo to Leeds revealed. Rangers in a cycle of chaos as Clement's sack verdict emerges. 7 Bosman and bargain signings Rangers could land after a £40 million Champions League blow. At the end, I want to hear your opinion, so make sure to leave a like on the video to support the channel and let's get started. So it's been a bit quiet on the Rangers front since Robin proper walked through the door. Clement must be feeling the heat after that frustrating Champions League exit to Dynamo Kiev, especially now that the club's been demoted to the Europa League. The man needs reinforcements, but with the current squad's dead weight and hefty wage bills, moving players out to bring new ones in is proving tricky. And while Rangers are stuck trying to get things moving, potential targets like Gustavo Puerta might be slipping through their fingers. The Colombian youth international, who was part of Bayer Leverkusen's invincible Bundesliga title-winning squad, seemed like an ideal fit for Rangers. But it looks like he's heading elsewhere, with Belgian journalist Sacha Tovaglieri suggesting that Puerta's likely destination is Brøndby, not Glasgow. Tovaglieri shared, Gustavo Puerta won't join Anderlecht. The Colombian central midfielder's now edging close to a loan deal in Brøndby. Told this deal's close with the Danish club now. Wait, see. And get this, Puerta's deal, which could be permanent, isn't even costing Brøndby a fortune. We're talking about £3 to £4 million, including add-ons. That's not exactly breaking the bank. Rangers had hoped their relationship with Puerta's agents, thanks to that transfer room conference where they snagged Oscar Cortez, would give them an edge. But it seems like they might have to look elsewhere. Now, here's an interesting tidbit. Cortez's agent, Thomas Sarmiento, has hinted that there could be more Latin American talent heading Rangers' way. He talked about how clubs are usually cautious about bringing in players from that region. But through Transfer Room, they were able to clear up those doubts and get the Cortez deal done, and with any luck, there could be more deals on the horizon. With cash tight, Niels Koppen is going to have to get creative. A loan deal for someone like Puerta, who's got title-winning experience and has played in a top league, would have been a real coup without straining the finances. But hey, maybe Sarmiento's got another gem or two up his sleeve that could be just what Rangers need. So here we are again, scratching our heads at the mystery of Ianis Haji's absence from the Rangers lineup. Clement's been talking all summer about the Romanian playmaker's future, and the word was that everyone had agreed it was time for Haji to move on. But now, it looks like the 25-year-old might just have had a change of heart, with some strong performances for the B team making us all wonder if a return to the first team is on the cards. Now, here's the juicy bit. Could we have just had the biggest hint yet that Haji might be on his way back to the Rangers fold? Let's break it down. Haji's time at Rangers has been a bit of a roller coaster. He arrived with a bang, earning instant cult status with that unforgettable performance against Braga. Then, he played a key role in bringing home the Scottish Premiership title. But since then, injuries have kept him on the sidelines, and a loan move to Deportivo Alavés didn't exactly set the world on fire. When Haji signed his contract extension, rumored to keep him at Rangers until 2026, it was clear that he wasn't ready to call it quits just yet. He said, "I like to think I have left something behind me and I have given really good memories to the fans, but I still feel like I haven't done everything that I want. I still have a lot of things to show and give to this amazing group of people in Rangers as well as the fans. I just can't wait until I'm back." Fast forward to now, and while he's been getting some minutes with the B team, he's done so with the kind of attitude you'd expect from a true professional. No sulking, no fuss, just getting on with it and setting an example. But here's where it gets interesting. Haji was nowhere to be seen in the B team's recent match against Clyde in the SPFL Trust Trophy, a game where Alex Lowry was the one grabbing the spotlight. With overage players allowed in these cult teams, Haji's absence could be a sign that he's being prepped for a return to the first team. Rangers are crying out for fresh legs and creativity in the attacking third, especially with Tom Lawrence having to play 92 minutes on average every game. At 30, and after 2 injury-hit seasons, Lawrence isn't getting any quicker. Haji, on the other hand, might not be the fastest, but he's got the technical skills, vision, and work ethic that Rangers desperately need. There's even talk of a pay rise clause kicking in if Haji plays again, £6,000 per week no less. But that shouldn't be a deal breaker, especially with Jose Cifuentes off the books now. So, could we finally be seeing the long-awaited return of Ianis Haji to the Rangers' first team? It's been a year since he last pulled on the jersey, and it might just be the boost Clement's side needs right now. So here's the latest twist in the transfer saga. Leeds United were rumored to be eyeing up our very own Rabi Matondo, but it seems that's not the case after all. Despite the headlines buzzing about a possible move to Elland Road, sources say Leeds aren't actually in the market for the Welsh winger right now. Rangers, on the other hand, are open to offers for Matondo, probably keen to shuffle the deck a bit after that frustrating Champions League exit. It's no secret we're looking to bring in some cash, especially with the £40 million hole in the budget after missing out on Europe's top table. Now, Leeds are definitely on the hunt for a winger, but Matondo doesn't seem to be their top pick at the moment. They've got their hands full trying to fill the gap left by Somerville's move to West Ham, and possibly replacing Rudder, who's on Brighton's radar. Matondo did have a decent run last season with 31 appearances, 6 goals and 4 assists, so you'd think he'd be a tempting option. But it looks like he won't be joining the growing Welsh crew at Leeds just yet. With a couple of weeks left in the transfer window, it's anyone's guess where he'll end up, but for now, Leeds seem to be looking elsewhere. Now listen here, this talk of giving Philippe Clement the boot already, that's just plain daft. Barry Ferguson, our old captain, hit the nail on the head when he said it would be madness to sack Clement so soon. The club's been on a bit of a merry-go-round lately, with managers coming and going quicker than you can say Rangers. We've seen this cycle of chaos before. Remember how we gave Giovanni van Bronckhorst the heave-ho not long after he took us to a European final and brought home the Scottish Cup? Madness, I tell you. Ferguson's right when he says it's high time we stick by someone and give them the chance to really settle in. We're all a bit on edge, myself included, but Clement's just been handed a new, long-term contract. Ripping it up now would be like tearing down the walls of Rangers and expecting the roof to stay up. It just doesn't work. We've had more chopping and changing than a pub quiz team on a losing streak. And it's done us no favors. Clement's not in the same boat as Michael Beale was, where the wheels had well and truly come off. No, this is different. Sure, the start hasn't been what we'd hoped for, but stability is what we need right now. Let's not forget we're playing home games at Hampton of all places, and some of the decisions being made behind the scenes have been a bit, let's say, questionable. But look, a bit of momentum, a couple of wins under our belts, and we'll start to see the tide turn. Celtic might be riding high right now, but we're Rangers. We've been down before and come back stronger. Let's not throw away the chance to build something solid just because we've hit a few bumps early on. All right, let's talk about Rangers' transfer options now that the Champions League dream has slipped away, taking a £40 million boost along with it. Philippe Clement is clearly in a bit of a pickle, having to juggle the squad without the big financial push they were hoping for. But fear not, because there are still some diamonds out there that won't cost the earth, if Niels Koppen plays his cards right. First up, Brandon Williams. With nearly 50 appearances for Manchester United, this lad's got a decent pedigree. At just 23, he's got room to grow and would be a solid addition to the left-back spot, especially with Ridvan Yilmaz out. Plus, he's available on a Bosman, meaning no transfer fee, just what the doctor ordered. Next, we've got Renato Tapia, a veteran defensive midfielder who can also fill in at center half. Tapia's got 85 caps for Peru and plenty of miles left in the tank. He's free, experienced, and versatile. Everything you'd want when the budget's tight. His time in the Eredivisie would have caught Koppen's eye, so don't be surprised if this one gains traction. If Tapia doesn't take your fancy, how about Dimitrios Korbelis? The former Panathinaikos skipper was linked with Rangers back in January and is now free after leaving Trabzonspor. He's got a similar profile to Tapia and wouldn't break the bank either. Just another savvy option for Clement to consider. Now here's one that might raise a few eyebrows, Stuart Armstrong. The ex-Southampton man and Scotland international seemed destined for Brentford but is still without a club. At 32, he could bring some much-needed experience and injury-free reliability to the squad, particularly as a like-for-like replacement for Ryan Jack. This one's a bit out there, but what about Dele Alli? Sure, his career's been a roller coaster, but at 28, there's still time for a comeback. Remember, Paul Gascoigne wasn't in the best shape when he arrived at Rangers, and we all know how that turned out. Ali could be a gamble, but one that might just pay off if Rangers can get him back on track. Now this is where things get interesting. Adama Traore, the pacey winger, was linked with Rangers earlier in the window, but nothing came of it. With the need for someone who can stretch defenses, Traore could be the spark the team needs. He might cost £3.5 million, but his direct style and goal-scoring ability would instantly improve the starting scene. Finally, Yusuf Yazici. With Tom Lawrence running on fumes, Yazici's creativity and experience could be a lifeline. He's got 45 caps for Turkey and is available on a free transfer. At 27, he's hitting his prime and could be the perfect fit if Todd Cantwell and Ianis Haji's futures aren't sorted. So there you have it. Rangers might be down, but they're certainly not out. With some clever moves, Clement and Koppen can still bring in the quality needed to challenge for honors this season. It's all about working smarter, not harder. And with these potential signings, Rangers could still have a very exciting season ahead.